What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some yellow and blue action in the Digimon TCG that we need to be taking a little bit of a look at. Translation here from the lovely folks at Ensan Gaming and the lovely folks at DigimonCard.dev. So we might as well start off with the pretty exciting Pegasusmon that I don't believe we've seen in the card game yet. Now what we've got here is a 5 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 5,000 power, which for a level 4 is a bit expensive, honestly. We would expect a 2 cost to Digivolve on a level 4. The good news is it is a 2 cost to Digivolve from Patamon. Now the good news is we've got a billion Patamon to choose from, which is nice. The bad news is if you ain't going Patamon, you're playing free to Digivolve, you're not paying 2. Up to you, quite frankly. In a Patamon deck is not an issue, otherwise it's a bit expensive. But you do have Armor Purge. Armor Purge says when this Digimon would be deleted, you may trash the top card of this Digimon to prevent that deletion. I.e., if you've Digivolved Patamon into Pegasusmon, oh no, I'm going to be deleted. Trash Pegasusmon, keep your Patamon, and you still keep going in the game, you've not lost your Digimon. Sure, you've lost your Pegasusmon, which is sad, but you've not lost your Patamon. And we've seen this on a bunch of Armor Purge Digimon in the past, and it's happening again here. You've got a Digivolution skill. So basically you Digivolve from Patamon for a 2 cost, get deleted, Armor Purge. Oh, but now I can evolve into a second Pegasusmon, and I've got this Digivolution skill to take advantage of as I do so. One of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's next turn. Cool. You pick a Digimon that doesn't have security attack +1, and all of a sudden, they don't get to attack. Or you pick one that does have security attack +1, and now they don't have security attack +1, they just have security attack. That's pretty cool. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this. It's not amazing, don't get me wrong, it's not the best card I've ever seen, but if you're telling me here that what we've got is a Digimon with Armor Purge that I can slow my opponent down with security attack -, yeah, I'm in. I am very much in, ladies and gentlemen. This seems pretty gosh darned awesome. So I like this one. This one makes me kind of happy. What else have we got here? Well, we've also got Nefertimon? This is a weirder named one, if I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's real! And what we've got here is another level 4. 5 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 5,000 power, so same. I should have mentioned with Pegasusmon it is a dual colour yellow and blue, though it only Digivolves from yellow, not from blue. Here it's just a yellow Digimon. And it again can Digivolve for a 2 cost rather than a 3 cost. But only if you're Digivolving from Tailmon. And it is as simple as that. If you Digivolve from Tailmon, yay! If you don't Digivolve from Tailmon, boo! Simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. Simple as that. 3 cost to Digivolve is high, 2 is standard, so you're standard from a Tailmon and more expensive from literally anybody else. And again, you've got Armor Purge, so if you're about to be deleted, all you need to do is trash your level 4, go down to your level 3, which is probably going to be a Tailmon, let's be honest with you, and then you carry on the game. And what we would really like here, and it sounds a bit greedy, okay? What we would really like here is another evolution skill, so that after we lose our level 4, we can Digivolve back up, again for a 2 cost, but we haven't really lost anything at that stage because we've gained an evolution skill, and actually there are advantages rather than just disadvantages. But we don't have it here, we've got an attacking skill. Choose one of your opponent's Digimon, and they get 2,000 less power until the end of the turn. It's not great. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? 2,000 less power is nice. You can delete super weak Digimon, which I approve of. And you can break a power tie. So if you were in a position where you were going to be losing, you can now win, which is cool. But let's be honest with you here. It's not exactly perfect. It's fine. No argument there. but it's not perfect, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like it as much as Pegasusmon because it's not a dual-color Digimon, and I don't like the skill as much, and it's an attacking skill rather than an evolution skill. You do get to use it turn after turn, but you've only got 5,000 power. It is fine. But what we're really building up to here is your dual-color yellow and blue Magnamon X-Antibody. 12 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 11,000 power, which is quite nice. And it's a 4 cost to Digivolve from Magnamon. Now, we've not, as far as I am aware, we've not seen Magnamon in this particular set. We did, however, see a Magnamon in BT8, which was a dual-color yellow and blue Digimon. You're talking about a level 4. So what we're essentially saying here is that we can evolve a level 4 right up into a level 6. And sure, we generally expect to pay free memory to Digivolve up into a level 6. And incidentally, that is exactly what we see here. When we Digivolve normally, 4 is 1 more, but you're paying 1 memory to skip an evolution stage, to go straight from a level 4 to a level 6. Am I willing to do that? Yes. Obviously, I'm willing to do that. That's a little bit broken. So that's kind of awesome. Then on your opponent's turn, when your opponent's Digimon attacks, if this Digimon has X-Antibody, or a card with Armor Form and its traits in its Digivolution cards, you may change the attack target to this card. Now, I need to make a little correction here to something I've said previously, or at least not made as clear as I could have done. You see, when it refers to X-Antibody here, it is not actually talking about a Digimon with the X-Antibody trait. It is talking about the option card, X-Antibody, the one that is a 0-cost card, and it's got a main skill that lets you put this card at the bottom of one of your Digimon without X-Antibody in its evolution sources. I.e., if it doesn't already have one, you can give it one. Again, when we first saw this card, it did not seem as clear. It seemed like you had to put it under a card that didn't have X-Antibody in its trait. It is literally just you put it under a card that doesn't already have this, and these skills, like we see on Magnamon X-Antibody, are not saying you must have a Digimon with X-Antibody in its traits. You must literally have that option card, X-Antibody. So my apologies, this is a very new, very confusing card, and we're working off translations all the time, and I was either wrong about this, or I at least did not make it anywhere near clear enough. For that, you have my apologies. But the good news is, we were doing a series all about new card reveals, so when I do make a mistake or not make it clear like I clearly did with that one, I can come back and fix it when it's nice and clearer. So when Magnamon says, if it's got X-Antibody in its Digivolution cards, it means the actual card. But yeah, it means that when your opponent attacks, you can change the attack to this card, which is kind of cool, I suppose, especially if it got less than 11,000 power, because it basically makes you a pseudo blocker, although it doesn't say you need to rest, whereas in a blocker you do. And on all turns, when this Digimon would be deleted, you may place the top card of this Digimon at the top of your security stack, face down, to prevent that deletion. It's Armor Purge. But it's so much better than Armor Purge, because it doesn't put a card into your trash, it puts a card on top of your security stack. So now your opponent's got to get rid of an extra security card before they win the game. That's phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely phenomenal. And the way I'm reading this card, when your opponent's Digimon attacks, if this Digimon has X-Antibody or a card with Armor Form and its traits, you may change the attack target to this card. Well, if they're a weaker Digimon, they won't delete you. So you can potentially do this multiple times in a turn, because it doesn't say you have to rest this Digimon, and it doesn't say once per turn. So this could potentially mean that you stop multiple attacks, but then at some point you let an attack go through, and then you end up with an extra security card. And if the worst case scenario is you end up with an extra security card, I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot be the only person that thinks that is pretty gosh darned awesome. I love this card. This is an absolutely phenomenal card. I mean, this is one of those ones that is going to, when the next set drops and we do what we do and we go over to DTCG Review and they help us find some deck lists, and then best Twitter handle for Digimon, incidentally, seriously. And they help us find some deck lists, and I show them on this channel, what's winning with BT9 legal. This is going to be one of those. It's that good. This is a phenomenal card. And again, let's not forget you can cheat your way up here, going from a level 4 straight up to a level 6. Now, there is an option card we need to look at as well. We might as well pop it in this video. Fits in this video. Why not, ladies and gentlemen? Why not? What we've got here is Golden Knight Awakening. It's a free cost option card, and it says if you have an armor type Digimon in play, you may play this card ignoring its color requirements. So it's either yellow, or if you're playing an armor deck, literally any color is fine. And it lets you evolve one of your armor type Digimon in play into a Digimon card with Magnamon in its name in your hand without paying, ignoring its evolution requirements. And until the end of your opponent's next turn, the Digimon that evolved by this effect cannot have its power reduced. Nice! It gives you a little bit of extra protection against all those yellow decks looking to reduce power, which I very much appreciate. But mostly, you can evolve an armor-type Digimon into a Digimon with Magnamon in its name for, well, basically for a free cost, you've got to pay to play the card. So actually, a second ago, when I said you could evolve Magnamon into Magnamon X-Antibody for a 4 cost, yeah, Magnamon's an armor-type Digimon. So what that means is that being an armor-type Digimon and wanting to Digivolve into a Digimon card with Magnamon in its name, Magnamon X-Antibody, if you play this option card, it's actually a free cost to Digivolve, and you get protection from having your power lowered, rather than being a 4 cost to Digivolve. Make no mistake about it, in those kind of decks, this is awesome. As a security card, you return a card with Magnamon in its name from your trash to your hand, and put this card into your hand, so you essentially try and get Magnamon X-Antibody and this to make just the whole operation so much easier. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to play a Magnamon X-Antibody deck, this is an option card which is going to help. Mostly here, as cool as these cards are, I am just over the top excited about Magnamon X-Antibody. I think that is a very good card that could have a very big impact. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.